Letters from an American Farmer, Letters 1 and 3, by Max Yuan, Chase Morey, and Lauren Yeep.
The author of the book Cravacore is a man of many masks, and he changed his name many times to conforming to different societies in his lifetime. His complicated life experience made him a person with intricate characteristics. He was described by many as an American by adoption and law, and a Frenchman by birth, an Englishman by emotional allegiances. Cravacore was born in France and lived in many different countries. During his stay in New York City, he bought some land and became a farmer. According to Larkin, he was a British loyalist, and he fled America to return to France when the American Revolution broke out. Cravacore's multiple identities lead to the question that whether his work is credible. Since he had lived in multiple countries, he had emotional ties to many different political societies. Can we actually trust Michel Guillaume Jean de Cravacore, or Hector St. John, or Kahionara?
Decreasing popularity. According to Cook, these letters surfaced at the time when the epistolary form of writing was losing popularity. Additionally, the letters were written at a time when 1/3 of America's population was against the revolution. Since the revolution was motivated by Enlightenment thinking, it is safe to say that those opposing the revolution had lost the Enlightenment state of mind. Therefore, the Enlightenment thinking was also decreasing in popularity at this time. Enlightenment. Enlightenment was a period of time in Western thought and culture. It spanned the time period from the mid-17th century to the mid-18th century. The Enlightenment period was characterized by dramatic revolutions in science, philosophy, society, and politics. And according to Bristow, this period ushered in our modern Western world. Freedom and equality. The first of Enlightenment ideals to appear in Letters from an American Farmer is the concept of free and equal society. Bristow's most basic description of Enlightenment was defined by a society of freedom and equality for all and founded upon principles of human reason. Cravacore illustrates this Enlightenment ideal when he states that America has no aristocratical families, no courts, no kings, no bishops, no ecclesiastical dominion, no invisible power giving to a few a very visible one, no great manufacturers employing thousands, no great refinements of luxury. The rich and the poor are not so far removed from each other as they are in Europe.
Agrarian democracy is the idea that views the farmer as superior to the industrial worker and farming as a way of life to mold social values. Rucker states that Letters from an American Farmer is predicated upon several Enlightenment concepts. The ideal value of agrarian democracy located midway between unhandled nature and civilization. Cravacore addresses this by stating that our laws are simple and just. We are a race of cultivators, our cultivation is unrestrained, and therefore everything is prosperous and flourishing. He states that the rural lifestyle is very undeveloped and flexible in comparison to the rigid structure and hierarchy of the industrial world. Due to this flexibility, people can use a determined mentality and work ethic to create livelihoods for themselves. Self-government is an Enlightenment ideal that demonstrates how people run the political, social, and economic aspects of their country. According to Rapping, man was also a product of his environment. He could learn to govern himself and his environment rationally. Throughout the letters, Cravacore discusses the differences in personalities of the people by the sea and the people in the woods. This demonstrates the impact of the surroundings. Even in the same region, people in different environments behave very differently. For example, the people by the sea are bold and resourceful, which is inspired by the flowing nature of water. In comparison, the people in the woods are wild, untamed, and uncivilized due to their relatively isolated location. Cravacore's letters symbolize the evanescing nature of both the popularity of epistolary forms and the Enlightenment ideals of agrarian democracy, equality, and self-government.